Okay. Good start. Okay, I've received an email from a handsome man with some crash dumps. And all of these make sense. They all seem like I don't even need to look at crash dump, except for this one where he says, can't remember what I was doing, but here's the crash dump. And he's referred to this one, which I've already extracted, to here. So I'm opening a program called WinDBG, this one, which is a debugger by Microsoft, which is, you can open crash dumps in Visual Studio as well, but it's sort of recommended that you use WinDBG because it's slightly better at handling them. So this is that crash dump. I've already had a look at it. And I've set this variable sympath to include the directory containing the debugging symbols for the Patreon build. So I every time I do a Patreon build, I always keep the debugging symbols. This is where they end up in here. It's the debugging symbols for the Blockhead DLL, and then all of these are all the plugins as well. So if a crash happens in the plugins, I can still look at crash dumps in there as well. And so here's the crash dump, and the interesting part is here, where we're not checking if this thing is actually valid before accessing it, which we are in these other sort of callbacky functions like this one. And you can see I'm checking before I access it, and I forgot to do that in here. So that's an easy fix. So that is in here on line 306. All I need to do is this. And that should fix that. Yeah, again, he said he didn't know what he was doing, but we could see it was something to do with muting. Either the mute setting of the block changed, or the overall sort of mute setting of the track changed. So there we go. Don't even need to test this. It's like so obvious what the crash was. So fix possible crash when block overall mute changes. Well, it's a definite crash. Nothing possible about it. Okay, the other thing I noticed about this, so when Blockhead outputs a crash dump, it also just copies all of the logs from the log folder and sticks them into the zip file. And I noticed this one, this assertion failure, which has got nothing to do with this crash that happened, as far as I can tell, but it could be referring to one of these earlier crashes, possibly this one, in fact. So possibly sometimes when it crashes, Blockhead just won't have a chance to write anything to the log file at all. But I have a feeling this is related to the first crash that you mentioned. So I haven't actually looked at the other crash dumps because I don't think I need to, because these all seem like they would be easy to reproduce. So crash 1. I was thinking of doing like one video per bug again, but let's just do them all in one. Add a track, add a send and receive bus. Actually, let's do the easy ones first. This one, really, really easy. Well, I don't know if it's easy to to fix, but it's easy to reproduce. So click this and it should crash. Because this is no. How does this stuff work again? Well, this seems completely broken. I think I must have broken this, and I must have changed this during the refactor and then not fixed it, because this is completely broken right now. Alright, this is going to take longer than I thought then, so I'll stop the recording here because we fixed one bug, and then I will start up again.